Maurice here back for another Power Pack training. Today, I want to talk about 5 ways to close more social media marketing clients this month, okay? A lot of you guys always ask me questions, Maurice, how do you close more sales? Why don't you do a closing video? To be quite honest with you guys, closing is so simple, okay? It really is, all right? And the reason why most people want to see this is because, or they want trainings on it, and maybe I will put out some more trainings for you guys on closing, is because we think in our mind that closing is difficult. No, closing is not difficult. If you have the right client, not prospect or suspect, but if you have the right client, okay? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, when I'm making cold calls or I'm looking for SMMA clients, I'm looking for those that are looking for me. I'm looking for those that are looking for us. I'm looking for those that have an open mind, okay, and they want to take their business to the next level. I'm not trying to shove my social media marketing services down nobody's throat. You take this social media marketing service from me, John. No, I'm not. I'm looking for those that are open-minded and those that say, you know what, Maurice, I'm sick and tired of only getting one call a month. I want my phone ringing, okay? So that's number one. You got to be in front of the right person. The reason why you guys are having such a hard time with closing is you're talking to the wrong people, okay? You have a suspect instead of a bona fide prospect, okay? Plain and simple, all right? So that's number one, okay? I'm in front of qualified people, okay? I get in front of qualified individuals, okay? Meaning they can buy, they want to buy, okay, if the right opportunity is presented to them. So that's what makes my closing simple and efficient, okay? I'm in front of the right people, okay? So you got to get in front of the right people. So let me give you these 5 strategies, these 5 tips that'll help you close a boatload, okay, of clients this month. Number 1, okay, you guys need to read more books on sales, okay? The reason why you suck, ladies and gentlemen, at closing is because you're not growing. You have to grow, okay? What I like to do is get up in the morning before I make my cold calls and read a good book on sales, okay? There's a lot of books on sales you can get. Zig Ziglar has a powerful book. In fact, let me get it. Just so you guys know that I'm not just sitting up here telling you guys that I read and I don't. I have a library. I spend hundreds of dollars on books, okay? But this is an excellent book. Zig Ziglar, Secrets of Closing the Sale. If you want to close more sales, then why not read a book on closing more sales? Instead of sitting there complaining, man, I wish I can close more sales. Simple. And guess what? These books only cost $4 or $5. And this man has made millions and millions of dollars, okay? All pros read stuff like this. I have a ton of books on closing sales. Why? Because I want to close sales, okay? So you should read books on how to close sales, okay? And typically read them before you get in the field, all right? So that's number 1. Tip number 1, read books. Readers are leaders, okay? Number 2, watch more trainings, okay, on YouTube, okay? Purchase more trainings on how to close sales. Brian Tracy, you can type that into YouTube right now. He's an excellent sales trainer, okay? I watch a lot of sales trainings, okay? So that's another tip, okay? You got to watch. Not only should you read, but you should watch and listen to experts on how to close more sales. It never stops, okay? I never stop growing. This is key. So many of you guys think that when you make it to the top, that's it. You don't have to buy courses. I continually buy courses. I continually grow because guess what? I want my money to grow. And you guys already know my philosophy. In order for your money to get better, you got to get better. And I always want my money to get better. So I'm always improving. Okay, when you do good, you should want to do better. Okay, I'm doing good right now, but I want to do better. Okay, so I continually grow. Okay, and I want you guys to continually grow too. And this is how you close more sales. Before you start your day, before you pick up the phone, before you get into a sales closing situation, you should be reading in the morning, watching 30 minutes of reading, 30 minutes of training, some training videos. Okay, number 3. This is key. This could have just been everything right here. Okay, this is how I close 100% of my sales. I ask questions. Ask more questions. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me paint a picture for you. Okay, this is a good analogy of how to close sales efficiently by asking questions. All top closers ask a minimum of 5 to 10 questions, okay? Because questions that you ask is actually what the client is going to tell you to close them. Let me say that again, okay? The questions that you ask and the answers you receive from the prospect is all the ammunition you need to close the sale, okay? So when you go to a doctor, okay, you're sick. You go sit in the doctor's office. He comes in, he opens up the door, sits down, and guess what he does? He asks you questions. He asks you, do you have a temperature? What you been doing? You tell him the symptoms, and it started here, and I was this, and I fainted, I slept all night, I had fevers, I had colds, I had shivers, I had this and that. Once he gets the prognosis, he writes you a prescription. He figures out what is the problem. It's the same thing when you're closing. You ask the questions to the prospect, okay? The prospect tells you what's wrong, and you write the prescription. This is what my social media marketing services can do. Based on what you said, Mr. Prospect, you don't have calls, you want more customers, you want to grow your business. This is exactly what we can do, okay? We're able to get you 5 calls a day by setting up this Facebook ad, okay, or Google ad, or whatever the case may be, all right? This is exactly what it's going to be, and this is what it's going to cost you. Now, just like your doctor, if you don't take the prescription, you will continually be sick. And it's the same thing with the prospect. If they don't take you up on their services, they're going to continually be sick. So it's your job, okay, to ask the right questions. Now, if you guys want the exact questions I ask my clients, click the link in the description, grab the ICP course, okay, because I list them. You can print them off, and when you close, you just ask those, okay? That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all you got to do is ask questions. Now, here's the thing. If you ask a business owner questions and they don't answer answer the questions, then you can't close them, okay? He's uninterested, all right? If you're not sick, ladies and gentlemen, you don't go to the hospital. And it's the same thing. You can't close somebody that's technically doesn't want your services, can't afford your services, or not interested in your services. And that's why so many people have problems. They're trying to make healthy people take medicine. Only sick people take medicine, okay? Or those that may perhaps want to do better. They want to enhance what they already got, okay? So ask questions. Number 4. Record yourself. This is key. I record all of my cold calling, all of my closes. Why? So I can listen to see, wow, where did I mess up at? Where did I make a mistake? Where can I improve at? Oh, what made them buy? What was the questions I made that got the client really excited, and why they took me up on my offer, so that I can use that in all of my other closes. This is important. You guys got to record yourself closing. Yet, better yet, all of your cold calls too. So you can see where you're making mistakes at. See where you can use inflections in your voice, okay? This is important, okay? And you got to practice. Add those two in conjunction, ladies and gentlemen. You have to practice, all right? Next, make more calls. This is key. A lot of you guys want to close more clients and get more clients, but you're just not making enough calls, because calls lead to appointments, and appointments leads to close. So if you're only making, let's say, 5 calls a day and you're getting 3 people to follow up with, but if you make 10 to 20 calls a day, that may lead to 10 clients that you follow with, and you can close more people, okay? Because you increase the amount of people you talk to, okay? That's how you can close more people. The more people you talk to will lead to more appointments, and the more appointments you get, the more people you can close, the more opportunities. See, without opportunities, ladies and gentlemen, you're out of business. If you are not making cold calls every single day, okay, the only time you are employed, ladies and gentlemen, is when you're face-to-face with a prospect or ear-to-ear with a prospect. Let me say that again and also write that down. Okay, most of you guys are unemployed unless you're face-to-face with a prospect, okay? Right now we're doing COVID. All right. So you can still be face to face on a Zoom or, something like that, or Google Live or whatever, Google Hangouts or whatever, or you're ear to ear. Okay. Meaning you're on the phone, because that's the only time someone can give you a credit card authorization form, or you can get a credit card authorization form. Okay. Is when you're face to face or ear to ear. Okay. That's it. If you're not face-to-face and ear-to-ear, ladies and gentlemen, you're essentially unemployed, because nobody can put no money in your pocket. Nobody's going to put no money in your pocket just because you're browsing YouTube or you're watching YouTube videos or whatever. You have to get out there in the field and play. You guys got to play the game. And the game is fun, too. It puts a lot of money in your pocket, okay? So I hope these tips have been of immense value to you. Let me just do a quick recap. Number one, you should read books on how to close sales. You should be watching audio and video trainings on YouTube and buying courses on how to close more sales. You should be asking questions, ask questions, ask questions, ask more questions, because that's the ammunition you need to close the prospect. Record yourself so you can find out what you're doing good, what you're doing bad, how you can improve, what made the person get excited, what made the person get disinterested. Did you oversell? The only way you're going to catch that stuff is if you record yourself and listen to it, okay? And lastly, make more calls. You want to close more people? Call more people. Book more appointments so that you can set up more follow-ups, because I close all of my sales in the follow-up. Okay, sometimes I'll close them if they're hot. I'll strike while the iron hot. If they got time now, we'll just go ahead and do the whole thing now. Okay, but in most cases, 98% of my sales are closed on the follow-up. When I book the appointment, I set the follow-up, I go for the close. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this training has helped you, gave you some ideas on how to close more social media marketing clients. If you guys have got some value from this, make sure you guys comment below. Let me know what you thought. Hit the thumbs up. It helps spread the video across YouTube. If you guys need help, you want the 10 closing questions that I asked my prospect to close tons of clients, click the link in the description, grab the ICP, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.